as we step on the mic, man, you notice the difference. Heavenly blessed with the melanin, baby, you know that we winning. No time for the long talk, got 120 on the clock. Wednesday, 8 through 10, all the bad vibes better stop. Cause you gotta come with that energy. Kazual Konvo, baby, come down and just sit with me. Lil' Coco be spitting that remedy. Kazual Konvo, baby, come down and just sit with me. You better take this shit serious. She dropping knowledge on head and it's free for the play. Tap in right now if you curious. We got the ham radio going lit every day. We go from people to family to pilots. Stay with me if you got something to say. Know it's important if we go acknowledge. Speak on the business and get out the way. What you gonna say about my mama? She winning, you rockhead.
All right, what's up, y'all? Happy Wu-Tang Wednesday. Yo, this is Boscoe from the Bronx. I got my host here, Coco, in the building. Yo, welcome to Kazual Konvo, where we have conversations about topics that affect the community's personal and business relationships. We always have the casual convo, so you don't have to have the tough convo. Like I said, my name is Boscoe from the Bronx, and I got my host, Coco, in the building. What up, Coco? Happy Wednesday.
Hey.
Yeah.
Hello.
What up?
What's going on?
We got a hot topic today. Oh, my bad. Go ahead. Do your thing.
That's all you.
Oh, okay. All right. Yo, anyway, today's a good Wednesday today for everybody. We got a hot topic today. Last week, we was talking independent women, and it was heated. We talked about relationships, but today, we're going to talk about that 3-letter word. We're going to talk about sex, baby. So, y'all can call in. Y'all can text in, chime in, do whatever y'all got to do. But y'all got to get with this show because we about to get it popping. Yeah. So on you, Coco. Set it off.
All right. Well, we was talking about it a little bit last time, right?
Yeah.
So I felt like, okay, cool. Because, we try to be like how it came about and all of this other stuff. So I felt like, okay, let's dig a little bit deeper because there's so many layers to the whole sex conversation. And I know everybody want to get into the pokey part, but it's a little bit more than the pokey part. So how do you feel about sex? Bosco?
I'm not gonna lie, I love it. When I get it, that's the problem. Right now I'm in a cold spell. But I think it's I don't want to put it like at the top of the list of relationships, but I think it's kind of it's part of the baggage that comes along with it. I think it's something between two people that they're sharing together. Some people just see it as sex. Some people see it as a bonding thing. It depends on the individual. But I think with sex can also cause problems. So that's what we're going to talk about.
I like it.
Those cons. Oh yeah, I like it. Yeah, can't say I don't.
I think. Do you think it's overrated?
Well, it can be.
I don't know. I feel like it's important.
Yeah.
For a lot of reasons. It helps with mental health, definitely your stress levels, exercise stuff, all of that good stuff. But I think it's overrated in a way where as though when people start putting rules on it.
Yeah.
You know how like some people got like the 90-day rule, 6-month rule, and all of that other stuff. Do you have rules? Do you have a time period where you wait?
Me myself, I do, but I don't push it because that person. It's not because that person might be like, yeah, I'm ready to do this, but I might feel like, okay, this person right here might be the one I'm going to try to go forward with. But I try to wait.
Why?
I try to wait 60 days. I do try.
Why?
Because see, I don't want to make it seem like I'm the aggressive one. Like if I meet a female, I'm the one trying to, like I'm just trying to get the drawers. I mean, if the person coming at me like, okay, this is what I want. Okay, I'm cool with it. But I mean, with myself, I'm not gonna be aggressive with it. It's like 45 to 60 days. I mean, I got to know the person anyway first. I mean, we got to hit a few dates or whatever. If I already know the person, blah 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 blah. And even if we weren't dating, we just knew each other for I don't know 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, whatever years. It's different. But if I just meet somebody, like, yo, da 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 da, I just don't want to be like real aggressive with the person because they might see me the wrong way. You know.
What does that do though? I mean, what? Because all right, let me just. I don't like rules. I don't.
I mean, I don't.
I don't do the 90 day. Because my thing is this. I'll be damned if I'm gonna wait 90 days to 6 months. I hate when people be like,
No,
so you gotta wait like 6 months, 90 days. Because if I'm gonna give it to you, right, Charles, like if you're gonna do it, you're gonna do it. Charles and Lamar,
yeah. I agree. I mean, I'm not gonna be aggressive with it. But if the person's down for it, okay. But I'm not gonna be like, yo, I'm trying to get, I'm not gonna
be. What if both of y'all ready?
Huh?
But what if both of y'all ready?
Oh, let's go.
See, that's my thing. And they'd be like, because you had some people that have a bunch of sexual tension. You talking about, all right, like some people like, all right, because everybody want to do this Sierra Wilson thing, right? Or Megan and all them when they was waiting 18 years to do something or waiting until marriage. I get it. I understand.
Yeah.
And if that's your thing, more power to you. Personally, I look at it. It's very important. If I'm gonna wait 6 months, what if it's trash? You don't wait it away. So now you got all of this sexual tension. Both of y'all grown. Both of y'all know what's going on. I think, okay, had a conversation. Matter of fact, before I had the conversation, do you think body count matter in the conversation before you hook up with somebody?
I'm going to say no. Reason being, because as we get older, our body count goes up. I'm just saying. A body count. Now somebody's like, I just met this chick and here it is, August? And she'd be like, yeah, I've been with about 9 dudes. Then I'm like, hold up, this is only the 8th month. Then I got like,
time frame or overall?
Nah, because as we get older, our body count go up.
You think so?
I mean, yeah, because you gotta figure you're 30 years old, how many people you been with? Then you're 40 years, you say, okay, between 30 and 40, how many people you done kicked it with? From 40 to 50, how many people you done kicked it with? Then you gotta add all that up. You know what I mean?
Okay, so Ham Radio made a good statement. Men body counts may be higher than females. However, I beg to differ to a degree, depending on the female. Mine not high. But you may have females that maybe, you know what I mean? It depends on, I think, if you've been in like long-term relationship.
I said time out. I said women, hold up. I said women can't move like men. I never said men got higher body counts than women. There's some women out here that's, hey.
Yeah, I know some right now that
hey, let's speak
I know
on.
They got more bodies in it than Vietnam, man.
Yeah, let's talk about it. This therapy for the streets.
I don't think it matters. I'm gonna tell you why. I feel like everybody have a past, and I don't think everybody's always open and honest about all of their experience. Because sometimes you might have one that don't really count.
Right.
You know what I mean? Or you like, I don't count that for real. So I look at it like everybody has a past. So some people past may be a little bit more fluent. And then sometimes I think it also depends on how early did you start or how late did you start relationship wise. And you have some people that may have been married. Some people may have been long-term relationships. All of that. Lamont, they all don't count. Because it might be now if it was some trash, it don't count. And see, that's my point. So my thing is, if you get with somebody and you like, okay, we gonna wait like 6 months. I don't want to wait 6 months to find out if there's some trash. And like, I need to maybe have a little tester in between the 1 and 6. I'm not saying it has to be consistent.
Right.
But you need to know what's going on.
Right.
Because I would be pissed off if we got this great connection and then all of a sudden when it comes time, it's like you're not even mobile.
Right.
You just there. I don't like that.
Yeah, I hear that.
I don't like that.
Body count that really bother me. I say as we get older, we gotta add. Be honest with you, I don't even ask nobody. Like if I meet somebody, I don't even ask how many men you've been with. I don't even ask that question because I don't want to know.
Lamont, I disagree. Women don't lie about their numbers. We just tell you it could be like 5 and a possible. That's the one that didn't really count. Because
Hold up, time out. Flag on the play. Women be lie about their numbers. They be having NFL numbers.
I don't agree. I don't agree. I don't agree with that. I just don't agree with that. I don't think.
But all women.
Like I said, it depends, because then you got to also understand one thing. A lot of women don't have an orgasm, so do that really count?
Oh my goodness! Yes, it all counts.
No, it don't. That's the possible. That's the possible.
So if y'all not counting that one, so if y'all did count those, yeah.
Okay, it's like playing spades. Okay, I got 3 in the possible. I might make one. So then you might put them all together and then be like, all right, I came close. So
this is the shit that I'll be talking about. This is why Jada said what she said when she got caught up in the situation with Will. He had her in the corner. Then she was like, what she call it? What she call her and messing with the one dude? That was an
entanglement.
No, they will pull some shit out their ass in the last minute. I'm telling you.
That's not true. Now tell the truth. If it was so y'all ain't never forget about a person that was some trash, and it might have been a long time ago. You like, damn. And then when somebody mentioned a name, it don't. If you don't remember it, because it wasn't memorable.
I remember. I don't want to remember, but I remember.
So all right. So since Mr. Hand TV want to be up here, I got a question for y'all. So if a person let's say a female make you wait 3 months, 6 months, a year, whatever it may be, do you feel like you would be with that person longer than somebody who may have let you smash on, like, let's say y'all went out and the vibe was there and y'all hooked up?
Are you asking me or asking Rich?
Both of y'all.
But I'll be honest with you, I'm not gonna wait that long. I'm not waiting 6 months to a year. If I'm gonna wait that long, when I do get it, my shit better turn to gold, because our shit better be that good to where when I get up, I can look at my shit and it's glittering like ice. Period. I'm not going for no 6 months and then it be trash. Then I feel like I done this.
So do you?
Not wait 6 months.
So who agrees to that? I need to, cause see, I know some people who like, I'm gotta wait. And I'm like, for what? But then it's like kind of like, how do you introduce that? Okay, for instance, let's say a person is like, I'm not going to have sex, I'm going to wait, I'm doing like the whole abstinence thing, right? And then they might.
I don't go for that. I don't mean to interrupt you, but you know why I don't go for that? Let me be Kevin Samuels for a second. I don't go for that when they say, "Oh, I'm abstinent." So you can't unhold yourself. You can't go back to being a virgin. No, I don't go for that. Oh, I'm abstinent. But okay, that's when you start saying about the body count. Okay, you ain't having sex with nobody until you meet the right guy. Okay, before you made this decision, how many niggas you been with? But all of a sudden now, you want to purify yourself for your next man. Hell,
I'm trying to tell you, you have women who do that, but I'm just saying it's a kind of like
women. Please forgive me what I'm about to say, but the comments the statement I'm about to make does not go with the opinion of Ham Radio or this conversation or nothing. This is just my opinion.
It's probably mine too.
Y'all will use cucumbers, bananas, feet, hot dogs, everything known to man, and be like, I'm practicing abstinence.
Flag want to play. Listen.
I'm just saying.
First of all, I like cucumbers and stuff. I'm not about to put that in my goodie jar. But
telephones and GI Joes and Barbie dolls and shit like that.
No, it's toys and stuff for that. I'm not wasting no food. Food is expensive these days. I don't know. I'm not wasting no food, no nothing like that or nothing. Okay, listen, we do the same thing y'all do. We got.
Nah, y'all use tools.
I mean, we might make some purchases at the novelty store. So, but
I see the show where they had this. They talked about a lady had a freaking cell phone stuck in her, and I'm like, okay, wait a minute, that shit's not even shaped right.
To the jail.
They had to get a cell phone out of her.
She must have been trying to do contraband at the jail or something. That's the only thing I can think of.
Maybe I don't know, but yeah, I'm like, okay, wait a minute, that's just not even shaped right.
Well, Mom said, "Fellas, if we get caught cheating, it don't count." I mean, if you don't want to count it, that might have been your possible if it was some trash. If you got cheated with some trash, I'm gonna give you that one. But no, but if you count it, I'm gonna count it.
I count it all.
But Hand Radio got question. Hand Radio said women are freakier than men.
I don't know. Some talk a good game though.
I think men think they more freakier than women.
I think it goes both ways.
Do you think it's the person?
I think it's the person. Because I met some women who they should be in porno movies, and I met some that shouldn't even be allowed outside.
They the ones that don't count. I'm trying to tell you.
Yeah.
You can't. That's the trial run. That's the possible. You just want to.
Then I've seen where dudes like, nah, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. Like, you know what you missing out on?
I'm telling you right. Women.
So do y'all count one night stands?
Yeah.
Women
I count
be
them
ready.
all. I count them all.
Women be ready.
I count them all.
How many is all? You had one night. You be having one night stand?
I hadn't had one in a while though. I've had a few in my day.
Like that you remember. Is it something that you might have thought you had, but you quite don't remember?
I can remember everybody I had sex with. Everybody.
They was all good. Even the trash ones.
I can remember the trash ones. I can give you the trash ones names, but I'm not gonna do it this time.
I forget.
Yeah, I give you the trash ones names. 2 of them on my Facebook list.
All right, so
ain't that right, Kim? Oh, my bad. I didn't mean to say your name. Good.
The monster I got. No, I'm telling you, the math do be mathing though. Okay? Listen.
Mm-hmm.
Now, you might see somebody, right, and be like, "Hey, she look like she might, whatever." Or like how we do, we might be like, "Oh, he might look like he working on a little something," and then you get it. But see, okay, so this is the thing. So let's say like almost doesn't count. So let's say he be real excited and don't really go all the way through with it because he ain't working right? That don't count.
I agree with that.
Or if you gotta be like, no, this is some bull crap. Just move on. That don't count. That don't count neither. So it depends.
Yeah.
And if you don't get off, if both of y'all don't get off, I don't think that should count.
Question.
Huh?
Does oral sex count? If someone done it to you. Okay. I agree.
Nope.
I agree.
That was a fun time.
I agree.
That was a fun time.
I agree.
So who? Okay. All right. So since y'all want to be on this, who's more likely to initiate?
And why? The woman. I think the woman. I think the woman. I think with the woman, different compared to the men. I think the woman got the subtle ways where she's wanting it. I say women got a better way of doing it. Got a better way of making that initial contact. Cause us, we be like, yo, let me get that. We we're just like ruthless with it. But women got a way. Yeah, women got the better way of doing it. They're good at it. That's a good thing. It's a good thing. It's not a bad thing.
But I need to. Well, can y'all tell me where these people? They gotta tell me. I just grabbed the crotch.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, cause see, I've never done it that way because I be scared. But what you doing? So I gotta make my way from the knee on up, or from the shoulder or down.
Sometimes you gotta get into it.
I mean, now if I know somebody's like really like okay, yeah, she gonna me to get. Okay, then I'm going for it right out the gate. But if I don't know,
Hand
but I got
TV,
a feeling.
he said women attack him. He's correct. I witnessed
Yeah,
it.
women attack. Yeah, women got, that's what I mean. Women got their own way of doing things. To where us, we're like, women would be like, you know what's up. We know when we know what's up. There's no mixed signals.
I think men have a way of doing it. I think women, after a while, when y'all take too long, but for the most part, I think men do initiate, even if it's from the conversation. I think some people don't look at conversation as an initiation.
Yeah.
I think it depends on like what turns you on. Like if you're a person that gets turned on from conversation, this person may not even know he already initiating the whole thing, and then you just grab him.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with that. Yeah. If I know somebody's down for it, even if they hadn't even that, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna make my move. Yeah, I'm gonna make my move.
All right, so let's get back to the I need to really clarify this because I be confused on the rules because I don't believe in rules when it comes to certain things. I feel like if the vibe is there and the chemistry is there, y'all both on the same page. I feel like why not? I just look at it like don't do nothing you're gonna regret if it's what you want. Sometimes when you
Derek is back. When I see the thing, I know who that was.
Yeah, so I think sometimes when you
he need to come on the show. He just need to come on the show.
I think sometimes when you wait,
yeah,
it's like you torturing yourself in a way too, and then it's kind of like, what is the end game?
Right.
Or does that mean because if a person just want to have sex with you and they wait it out, that don't mean they not smashing something else on the side until you decide to give it up. Or when you do decide to give it up, they might still leave because they done got it and they might not like it for real. And now it's a lot of people try to say that like sex is not important when in a relationship, developing a relationship. I beg to differ.
Yeah.
To a degree, I feel like it holds some type of importance.
Yeah.
Because that's the physical aspect. And I mean, you got to be pleased in that way. Because if you're not satisfied in that way, it can hinder a lot. Because it's kind of like, yeah, you might check off all these other boxes. But then when we get here, it's like,
yeah.
Now you're going to start looking. And I think that's when a person starts cheating. Like sometimes people can get too comfortable and not do certain things. So like when you said people start using cucumbers and all of that other good stuff. So it's kind of like maybe be a little bit experimental. I know we probably gonna get to that later, but I think you got to keep it interesting too. And then sometimes, and if you're gonna make somebody wait, how entertaining are you?
Right.
Whereas those,
yeah, I mean, like when I say I wait, I mean, I wait. I mean, I don't attack. That's what I'm saying. Like if I know the person, like if I knew the person for a while, we wouldn't date, but I already know her. That goes out the window because I already know this person. Now, if I'm just meeting someone, like we go on a day, I say, "Oh, I meet this person like today." I'll wait. Now, if she's ready to do this thing, and I'm like, "Okay, I'm not gonna be like, hold on, we gotta wait." I'm not gonna say that. No, if it's time, if it's that time, I'm like, okay, because I'm not gonna pass it up. Because I'm like, okay, she want to do this. I'm like, all right, let's roll. You know what I mean? That's all.
Do you think?
But I don't like rules either.
I don't like them either. But I think one important thing. I'm sorry.
I know.
They trick. I'm gonna read it in 1 second. Hold on. But I think what I was going to say is even in the midst of all of this, like I do have friends and sometimes myself, I'm big on, I like to have conversations like health wise and all of that stuff when people do talk about safe sex. Do you think people practice it more now or they don't, or they just like F it? Or how do you think people are more open to have that conversation about safe sex? I know my circle of friends, I had one particular friend. She'll be like, we gonna get tested together. This is and the third. My thing is, if If you like, you don't go to the doctors, you don't get checked up, you don't get tested, you don't do anything, that's a red flag for me. You definitely not getting none.
Yeah.
And I don't like the whole your health. If you healthy, I'm healthy. No, we're not doing that. You need to go get checked out too. But the flip side too, I think it's cool that people go get tested together. However, I also look at it like that's not a safe zone to just say just go balls hard and raw, right?
Yeah.
Because you don't know if 6 months down the line, a year down the line, you don't know if that negative is still going to be negative.
Right. I agree.
So I think it's
I
even
think,
still when it's still. I think that conversation should happen, and if y'all do decide not to protect yourself, I think that should be like a mutual thing, or not feel forced. I think some people may feel like, oh, I gotta go along with it. No, you don't. That's your body.
yeah,
That's just what you do.
I agree. I think I can't speak for the younger generation, but from what I'm hearing from my granddaughters and all that, they're not really discussing about safe sex to where us older cats, and like I say, I'm just going by what I'm hearing. Yeah, you got to have that discussion because like where I live here, it's crazy. People, these little girls, little boys out here, and, the boys are doing each other, little girls are doing them, you know, and I tell myself, y'all need to protect yourself. So I know one little girl, she's 16. My granddaughter's like, man, she out here with everybody, grown men and everything. She already got the bumps and shit. You know what I'm talking about. So
But monkeypox?
yeah, you get, huh? No, no, herpes, man. Herpes, the bumps, the mumps or whatever. Yeah, you got to have that conversation because you don't know what's going on. And a lot of people be walking around with stuff, and they're not gonna say anything because they know that's gonna knock them out. Like, okay, I'm not messing with this chick, or I'm not messing with this dude, or whatever. Yeah, you gotta. Yeah, we can. If I can't have that conversation with you, then you know what? I'm moving on to the next person.
Yeah,
It's like you hiding something from me. You know what I mean?
I agree. I think that's an important conversation to have. Even down to people always ask about the children thing, birth
Yeah,
control. But I also want men to normalize it's okay to get on birth control because they do have it now. And also, it's the woman don't always have to get fixed. Y'all can get snipped too.
I agree. Because I'm not trying to have any more kids.
Me neither.
No, hell no, I'm good. I like my life. I'm not
No,
starting
that's
all
my
over.
deal breaker. If I meet somebody, he like, he want more kids. Exit stage left. I'm out because it's not happening over here.
No, I'm not having it.
I am no. I do
That's why
want.
I won't date no one too young because I'm like,
I'm gonna read a
oh,
part of this comment. I'm sorry, I'm not gonna read the whole thing only because it was one part I did want to touch on. I'm gonna read like the first paragraph.
okay.
Daytrick Bracket, thank you for your comment. How men view sex. What you need to know all right now, real quick, I'm just going to say there's always exceptions to the rule. All right. I'm trying to read it in his voice, y'all. And some men are going to see things differently. I think for the majority of men, sex is just viewed as a experience. That's it. A pleasurable physical experience. There may be some emotion, a little bit in that moment, but it stays in that moment for the most part. All right. It's just not much anymore. Then that for the guy, Now, don't get me wrong. And when I say there's emotion involved, I think when he actually likes the woman, he's in love with her. Then it becomes something more physical experience. There's a chance to bond with her, it will get closer to her. Wait a minute. Can I say one thing? I'm gonna stop right there.
I
I, I
agree
just
with that.
I now the new age woman,
Hmm.
that pleasure could still be there because you have a lot of women nowadays who can have casual sex with no emotion. And it may be the same thing based. I think men have the more reputation of okay, smashing and smashing past or smashing, just keep going, right?
Hmm.
But you may have women, for some women, let's just take a one night stand. Ain't no emotions in that. Both of y'all just trying to get one off real quick. Now it might have been good, and you might now I might give you one in a possible. That means I'm gonna try it again and see if it's the same. It may not be. So now I might, like Lamont said, my math wasn't mathing, so that's the math. So the second time I might count it. Okay, now you got one up if it was okay, right? So, but I don't think it's always emotional for women, because you have some women that are detached just like men as far as emotionally, especially like we talked about when we talked about like independent women and different things last week. You have a lot of people that are emotionally detached. So I think now you see more women like, long as they getting something out the deal, they cool. And they getting pleased, they can get off and maybe, do whatever they gonna do, and then they fine. But I think even if that's the case, I think initially it's not always emotional. I think as you get to know each other, I think that's when the conversation comes in, the spending time and all of that stuff. Now you build an emotional connection, unless you just that person that waited like 6 months to a year. Because now y'all done built a different type of chemistry.
I see that. Yeah, I agree with Dex's part. That first, I read it, but that first part, yeah, I agree, because sometimes when we start out, it's just, you know, it's just a sex thing. Okay, yeah, let's see. But after that, we're like, all right, let's see what happens from here. Because I think that way. Like if I'm talking to somebody and we had sex and the sex is whack, and it's whack not because it's whack because the person is just like a dead animal. I'm like, I don't know about this one. I can't go through this, especially when they say I gotta bring something to the table, because I'm trying to be like Shawn Michaels in the X-rated movies, man. I'm trying to get it. And if you just bringing it like it's your first time and you already got like 4 kids, I'm like, obviously you did something to keep these dudes here, because it definitely wasn't this. So, I'm not saying that I'm like the chocolate boy wonder lover or nothing like that, but if I'm putting it in, you got to put in. Don't just lay there like, I want you to do that. Nah, hell nah. You better. Never mind. I ain't gonna go no further.
Like, carry on. Okay.
Because I had one person.
Go ahead.
It was traumatic, man. She was just whack. I was doing everything. And she's like, well, I don't do that. Well, I don't do this. Well, I don't do that. Well, I don't do this. And I'm like, well, damn, what do you do besides lay down in the bed?
What was it that she didn't do?
For thing, she didn't do oral. But she wanted me to do her. She wanted me to do her. She didn't like laying on her stomach. She ain't like doggy. She just like laying on her back. That's it. I'm like, damn, man. That's some Mormon type shit, man. It was whack, man.
She was a virgin?
No. She was, how old? She was 30, 33. I think she was 33, 34. Nah. I already had 2 kids, been married and everything before.
Was that a one and done?
It ended up being. Well, no, we
you did it again.
Yeah, we did. We did, but it was more like it was more like one of the situations like, okay, I need to knock somebody off, so I would go see her. Or she would call me, can you come over? Can you come over? Can you come over? Like, yeah, I'll come over. But
so did you ask her like why she was like that? Now, see, me
personally, I asked her straight up.
I'm in the X. What you into? What you not into?
Yeah, I asked her straight up. I said, why? She said, I just don't do it. That was it. I just don't do it. I like why? What why? You ain't never tried it? She said, no, I just don't like it like that.
Was that her religion?
No, hell no. Definitely wasn't a religion. And I was like, man. But then she wanted me to do her these different ways. But I was like, you know what? After a while, I was just like, we just drifted away. I didn't want to be like, yo, man, we done. I just stopped, but yo, I'm busy, man. I'm busy. And she like, well, she broke up with me, which I was happy. Because I was like, I didn't want to break her off, but yo, the sex is whack. It's just whack. I don't know how you had 2 kids, but it's just whack.
Wow.
Yeah, it's just whack. Yep.
And we say you did good, Bosco. No, he didn't. I left it where it was. But I got you know how like most guys be like women, like they know if they want to sleep with somebody, and they feel like every guy feel like women just want, oh my God, everybody just got to be in this relationship, because y'all give us too much credit for this whole emotional attachment and latch on type vibe.
Yeah.
Do you men really think women don't look at something and it's like, I just want to hit that one time, or I just want to see what that's like, and that's literally what it is?
To be honest with you, I always wondered, do y'all even think that way?
Of course.
Yeah.
A lot.
Okay.
More so than what you think.
Oh, okay. I mean, I always wondered.
I don't like
you said what?
I don't like that. That's why I said I don't like the 90-day rule, because I look at it like this. The same way how y'all be like, oh, she fat, she this is in the third. We might be looking like, okay, that walk a little thirst, or you know what I mean? Or depending on, like how we say, certain features, like some people might like a walk, some people might like a person back, or how they talk, the demeanor when they, something like that.
Yeah.
Saying TV said we just be on a low with it. No, not at all. Because I think nowadays you have more women that will approach guys or speak first. I know here, I can't speak for nowhere else. Yeah. But I mean, sometimes I have like corny push up line, like lines that I do. I might be like, you look real familiar. Line, no, I don't know this person from Adam and Eve. One or two things, you're gonna take the bait or ask me for my number. And it usually works, right?
Yeah.
So, but in the back of our mind, it could just be like, I just want to see what that's like. And that'd be it. And that's why I said sometimes I think a lot of guys, y'all do too much and be lying when you could just be honest and be like, yeah, I'm just trying to see something. Because 9 times out of 10 in our mind, like, we ain't really trying to go nowhere.
But see, when we do that,
like that with you,
when we do that, we're called thirsty and everything else. I mean, we get all these labels, man. That's why a lot of us just don't say nothing, because like my daughter's mom's, when I always talk about this is how she told me. She said there's only one way I could put that's when I had dreads. He said there's only one way I could put my toes in your dreadlocks. And me being the goofy guy, I'm like, oh,
you had dreads?
Yeah, I'll send you the picture. Yeah, I had them. I got them like maybe, I don't know, 9 years ago or something like that. I just got tired of wearing them. I'll send you a picture. Yeah, I had them. Mine were dope, man. But yeah, she said stuff like that,
Mm-hmm.
I need to find a way I can get my hands in your hair. And she was throwing little subtle shit like that. And I was like, oh, I get what you're saying. She said, oh, you finally figured it out. I was like, yeah. So she, she just told me, you need to start listening to some more some SWV. And that's when I was like, oh, I got you. Going down, she's like downtown. Yeah. I was like, oh, I got you. I got you.
I got a question. Speaking of like fellatio, because I know you mentioned it earlier. Like, is that like a deal breaker for people?
Maybe there's some. It all depends, man. I mean, you gotta do something, man.
I don't like when people ask. Now, okay, this is my thing. Don't ask me for it. Because if you ask me for
right.
it,
Don't ask. Right.
For me, because then I was like, okay, if you're expecting something, it takes away the fun, it takes away the pleasure, it takes away when you talk about pleasure, doing all those things. So I feel like when you do it on your own, you do it because it's like, okay, now you're gonna have the best
right
experience ever, right?
I agree. Yeah, don't ask.
Now, hand TV, because it's disrespectful to ask for the top. He gonna say, why can't he ask? Because, okay, think about it. That's like, I mean, a lot of comedians like, can you give me a little bit of head? Can you do? No, I cannot give you a little bit of nothing.
What's a polite way to ask for head? Like, there's no polite way. There's no polite way.
You shouldn't have to. If a person want to please you that way, do it. But if they never do it, then okay, then now you might want to ask yourself.
Sometimes the man get busy, the woman get busy. We might forget, and then you just be like, can you just, some of it?
I don't know why that was funny to me.
I mean, I'm just saying, it may sound bad, but it's like, it's not bad.
You see how that sounded? That's how it sounded to us. Or just imagine, or even still, just, I mean, I look at it, I mean, it could be gestures.
That's what it's going to come down to, me saying that one day. It's going to be like, damn, we busy, you busy. Man, just something to and know that I care about you and I appreciate you. Right now, I need you to on this.
I ain't gonna lie, I can't ask no female to be like, yo.
If y'all been dealing with each other,
I'm gonna tell you something.
I might laugh if I ask somebody. That's why I'm like, yo.
No, see, I'm gonna tell you me personally. Now, I've had people be like, sometimes I might not. Listen, it's
go ahead, go.
I'm just saying like this. I've had somebody ask me, and first of all, my thing was, I'm still trying to figure out if I'm gonna give you something. Right. On top of that, you just jump straight to the gun. Now, it's one thing of how to have certain conversations, or this is in the third. And then it was kind of like, it wasn't even if it's not a mouthful, you cannot ask nobody that if it's not even a mouthful.
I've been asked though.
So
you mean to tell me somebody politely asking you for head? Like, just like, can you please?
No, I don't. But see, this is my thing. I don't think you should have to, because certain things, we're in 2022 going into 2023. If you gotta ask somebody for it, I'm gonna need you to get with somebody else, because people do that willingly.
I understand. Yeah, I understand that. But sometimes
my thing is, but when you ask it and then she bites your stuff, then you won't be mad at her. But because you don't ask her, now she mad and feel like you don't want a person to feel like they're obligated to do it. See, my thing is, with me, it's like, now I'm like, I don't, because honestly, if you ask me personally, if you ask me, I don't want to do it, because now you done took away the wow factor. Now I'm like, oh shit, let me get down here and you go. No, I'm not. I don't have fun.
It's another flip of that coin. I feel like sometimes when you was just talking about, everybody has different things that they like. So some women like to be called a B during sex, like, okay, like, you know what I'm saying, like the suck my dick term, like how I'm saying it. It may sound.
So is this during sex, or you just like, y'all sitting there watching a movie? You like, look, go ahead and pop me up.
In the kitchen, like,
now if it's in the midst of the whole action
it's no perfect place setting for it. I'm just saying, in general, some women are turned on by certain things that you say to them, and it may, like, to certain women, they be like, oh my god, you said that. But some women be like, yeah, say that, do this. It's levels to it, because some women be with it. You say something, they be like, okay.
I think that comes with the conversation stage.
But I think that's also knowing who you with, and knowing that that's what it's given. That's what it's given. But if we at dinner, and you like,
Hey, you be surprised.
So wait,
Yeah,
hold up, but you like so. No, my thing is do a little justice. Put something in my mouth or something. I'm like, I'm gonna do that tonight. It's the ways that you can go about doing it subtly, but you don't want to be sitting there and you eating your soup, and then your girl like, you ready to put this in your mouth? You gonna be like,
I need to show y'all my DMs. Like these women these women be going ham.
Yep.
Ham.
So that's do y'all get unwanted pictures?
Huh?
You said what?
You ever got an unwanted picture?
Man, I can't say it's unwanted.
I want say it was unwanted.
Well, can I
say it's unwanted.
All right. Well, can I say this on behalf of all the women worldwide? Fellas, all of y'all don't have nice looking penises. Don't send it to everybody, especially.
I don't know nothing about that.
My best friend is gonna love me for this one. If you're not circumcised, don't send it.
I ain't never done that, but I've got a lot of pictures in my inbox.
I got shower pics.
I got some. Yeah, I've been hooked up.
It get real. It go down into the DM.
It does.
If I was able to print out a magazine, I have about 3 or 4 volumes. Bosco's Playmates.
But not just to piggyback on that, what you were saying, Coco, is like, yeah, it's women out here that like I've been shocked at some of the levels of freakiness that women have gone to in the presence of me, and I was like, wow, you do all of that? Damn, I didn't know.
I think women are more sexually aware and confident within their bodies nowadays than before. That's why I was saying I think it depends on the person that you with. My thing is because a lot of times we know what we're gonna do, and if she's like that, you're gonna get a whole experience. Sometimes you don't have to ask. But for me personally, like I said, somebody just off the break, like, oh, you gonna do this now. If we in the midst and that's what the vibe is going, okay, fine. But if we just sitting there, and especially if you ain't really doing nothing, don't you dare ask me for a whole. You better take this when I give it to you. Hey, especially if you're not matching my vibe. And it's usually people who can't match your vibe that be like, can you give me a little bit of head? No.
Hey, check this out. Remember doing the Black Lives Matter march?
Didn't get no hit.
Remember the Black Lives Matter march?
Yeah.
All right. After that, when they saw me on video and on TV, everything, my inbox was flooded with people, with females flashing themselves. You make me so hot. You are so this. You are so that. I can't believe you was out there doing this. I seen you on the news. I seen you on Channel 3. I seen you on World News. I can't believe that. Wow, you are such a turn. They were sending me everything.
They knew what time it was. You knew what time it was, Bosco.
Oh, I know it. Yeah, I knew. Yeah, I knew too.
I listen. I get it.
Turn me on. I've never seen a black man like that in my life.
Know your person, because with me, because like I said, different people. And I think the person that like to get. I mean, I'm not trying to tell them my business. It was. I'm not gonna lie. I turned off one time when it came to that, and that's because the person was like, "Bite me." I was like, "I'm into some shit, but I'm not into that." I felt like I don't want to hurt it, but it was. It was like and I was like. I creep myself. I did it, but I'm just saying you can't just do that all the time.
Yeah, but also a disclaimer out there: you gotta have more than just good sex.
Mm-hmm.
We've all been in a situation when the sex was good and everything else was shitty.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
there's a lot of that.
Yeah, like I said, I think all that that comes with the conversation beforehand.
Exactly.
Exactly. What do you like? What do you dislike? You know, and yeah.
I mean, that's if you make it to that, because like we said, some people do have one night stands. Some people you don't even care what they like. You just like, look, just get me off real quick, and then do that. So I think it's where it's at, but then it's also in the midst of that. I think you got to be careful who you give it to.
Yeah.
Facts.
Yeah.
People be crazy.
I think who was that in the comments? Joyner said facts on matching the energy. You definitely have to have energy that's matching, because it's whole soul ties that come with sex. It ain't just like you having sex with this person. You having sex with this whole spiritual being, and everything, all the drama and all of the trauma that they have in their life, it all comes. It becomes your reality for that moment. And I've seen a lot of, and we spoke about the women last week, Bosco, but I see a lot of us fellas also falling into lust and end up being with women, the wrong women, for a long periods of time because of the lust game. The sex game, like we just said, the sex will get you. Women, it happens to when we say women get attached, but also there's men out there that have sex with women and end up being with them for years. And they end up being, might end up having kids with them. And it's just all they have is the sex.
That's it. Yep. True that. Yeah, everything comes from conversation, man.
Yeah, speaking of, wait a minute. Okay, so y'all all talking about. So what about when women want to take it up a notch? Since y'all talking about all of this sloppy toppy and all of this shit.
Oh no. I ain't gonna. I've been out freak. I've been out freak before by a woman. I had to stop myself. I had to stop and step outside my body and look at this woman like, what the?
She took your soul.
Nah, she ain't take my soul. She never did that. I was
soul snatching. You had an out of body experience.
I was still conscious of everything that was going on, but I was just thoroughly surprised that this person could do all of that. I was like, man.
Why do men have issues with toys? Because I know this one, I'm gonna take it somewhere else, but I know we probably get ready to go to break in a few minutes. But I'm gonna continue that. But why do most men have an issue with toys, or feel like it's not for them, or it doesn't? They can't get off on a toy.
What you mean, toys on us?
Period. Like, you know how, okay, like how we were saying, some women or people, you may want to spruce it up a little bit. Let's say you've been with somebody for a minute, and sometimes some people. I think when it comes to predictable sex, people can get bored, or so they might be like, "Hey, I want to do some different things," or they might be into some other stuff, and they try to introduce new things to the bedroom. And most guys, when they see the toy, they're like,
I'm all about toys that I'm using on a woman, not no.
Yeah, I'm down for that. Yeah, I'm down for that.
But some men are against it. If you're into
you ain't strapping on me, man.
I ain't talking about pegging. I'm not talking about that. Okay. I'm not talking about pegging. I'm talking about just like, because they do have toys that can be used on both men and women. Like for instance, you may have like cock rings or certain like bullets or whatever.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it can get both of y'all. But most guys be like, hell no, I'm not doing it.
No, I had no issue with that.
Good with that.
Yeah, as long as there's no pegging involved, we good.
I'm sorry, I'm not cool with that.
Why?
I plead. I can't do that. You said a bullet? Where's that going?
Rachel says she got some feel like it's taking something from them, but it also can improve. I think the more heightened your partner is, sometimes if somebody is telling you, let's try some new things, that's a hint like, I'm getting a little boring. It's getting a little boring. Or let's just excited. You know, something's off here, right? So if this do this, and let's say you do use it with her, or she might put it under your boat, whatever. And you might like it, and it may really turn her on. So just imagine if now she's introducing you to something that she's into, how intense she now is.
I mean, anything's up for. I'm discussing. I mean, anything's up for discussion. We sit down and talk about it, or whatever, and I know what's going. I mean, we'll have to see. You know, we'll have to see. I mean,
Rich said, he's not doing that.
I mean, you know, but I prefer to use the toys on them. You know, but I said, as long as there ain't no pegging involved and shit like that, you know.
I can't do it.
If a guy let me peg him, he's not my dude. I'm sorry.
Let him what?
Peg him.
You know what pegging is, right?
Yeah.
But you know, a lot of people. I mean, I'm not gonna change the subject, but listen.
That's some other shit.
Yeah.
People into what they into, but I don't knock people who do what they gotta do. But you have people that's into different things, and I think sometimes, when it comes to women, they could be really into certain things, but they may be afraid of what the guy may say or may think of them, or it could be she may be wanting more because sometimes when y'all think y'all tearing it down,
They be on the low. They be on the low with it.
yeah, but then
Hold
it's like you okay. So see how you just was like, nah. She might be like, damn. She probably could have found an interest. Have you ever been in a go? I call them
You said
field
a
trip.
coat?
I call them
Field
field
what?
trip. You go to the store with your girl, right?
Yeah.
And you be
The
surprised.
novelty store. Yeah.
They they got stuff in there for both. And I mean, you just never know. I'm not saying you gotta go get a pocket coochie or nothing like that. No, I mean unless you're into that. But
The worst,
yeah.
the most I've ever experienced with that is a woman. She wanted to be, she wanted a collar on her neck. She wanted to be like treated like a dog.
Oh, she wanted it.
Yeah, she wanted bondage. She wanted me to grab her. I don't know, man. I felt like I was gonna choke her to death. I was like, oh, I'm sorry.
I think I think it's levels to bondage, and I think part of that I'm gonna start it and then we're gonna finish it. I think part of it is also when if you watch porn with your partner, sometimes you may be like, oh, I want to try that, or it may look interesting, and then sometimes people really be into it. Like even when it comes to bondage and things of that nature, it looks really interesting. So some people, and usually women, want to try it, or whether it's be like you got whips, you got like chains, you got nipple clamps, you got all kinds of different. It's different, but it's also levels to it. Some people just like to be tied up. Some people may like to be choked. Some people might like the riding crop. Some people like feathers. It's different things for different. But I think it all depends on
Who might like to
how
get
you
told.
want to, like, but how much are you willing to please your partner? Because like some people can go above and beyond for you, right? And most women do. They'll like you said, they'll be like, yeah, da, 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 da. So just imagine how much more she got up in her, or another level that may be unlocked. It's kind of like what's that game? Like Fortnite. You gotta keep going to do the levels and all of that stuff. So just imagine you get a new, you like, oh, she doing this? Yeah. So sometimes I think even with the and it's like sometimes some things are not even in conversations. It could be just like what you watch. Like HBO got that movie 365. Love it. It ain't nothing but soft porn, but listen, most women will be like, they with it, and then these be like, that's some. No, maybe throw her ass up against the wall a couple times, and then you gonna see the difference.
You know, I agree with that because I dated somebody who was like that. She want to watch porn while I was hitting it, and it turned her on, and she had the little vibrator, and she used to use it while I was, smashing it. I was like, hell yeah, you know. It don't bother. It really don't bother me. We sit down and talk about it. You know what I mean? We just got to talk about it. Find out what's going on. I mean, because I'm open to ideas. Just we ain't gonna be doing no pagan. That's it. That's not even for discussion.
We gotta get you out your job. We gonna do a dating show for you. But
hey, I'm single. I'm single, y'all.
But no, we're gonna take a quick we're gonna pick back up on this. I got some more stuff to say about this whole porn thing and dominatrix. So we're gonna take a quick break. What, like 5-minute break? And then we will be right back. So go get your drinks, go do whatever. You gotta go to the bathroom, do a little something. If you have any questions, just come back and talk to us. We will be back shortly.
7 minutes. Lucky number 7.
Welcome back.
Hey! Go ahead.
Welcome back to the Kazual Konvo show, where we have conversations about topics that affect the community's personal and business relationships. We always have the casual convo, so you don't have to have the tough convo, but we slightly having a tough casual convo right now about the sex. But before we start, I did want to mention one thing coming up. So I'm not sure if many people know or not, but here at Ham Radio, we are very active in things that to uplift our communities, and we like to do things within the community. So coming soon, We are having our 4th annual on September the 3rd Food Conscious Tour, where you'll see several personalities like ham radio personalities like Chef Tommy. You'll meet myself, Bossman, Rich will be there, of course. Probably some other personalities coming soon. It's going to be on 2602 Frederick Avenue in the Irvington area, where we had it before the pandemic, and it was completely awesome. This time it's going to be bigger, better, a bunch of different food choices, food demonstrations, vendors. You'll be able to purchase things from art, everything like that. My good friend Jude, she came last time. She brought her art out. Hopefully she'll bring her art again this year. But yeah, it's a fun time. Bring the kids, your family, just come out, have fun, support, and of course, reach out if you want us to do something in your community as well. So, with that being said, back to the regular program.
Yep. And you were saying,
Hello?
we're here. We're here.
Okay. So, you ready?
Let's ride. Let's get on this boat. Let's go.
Okay. Now, back on the porn,
Mm-hmm.
right? Because I know we mentioned I know I just dived right back into it, didn't I? I'm
All
sorry.
right, straight. Hey, let's go.
So before the break, we were talking about porn.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of times, like I said, sometimes some people look at porn as like this bad thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't see it that way.
Man.
And I'm gonna tell you why. I don't feel like it's a bad thing. I feel like porn can be healthy to a degree. You can learn certain things. You may so let's just say things not going so good. Y'all doing the same thing. Da, 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 da. Both of y'all might be like, okay, because you know, sometimes it's be like, okay, it's about time. You get what I mean? Some people have scheduled sex. Some people do the same thing, and it's kind of like, okay, I know the bend over now. Da, 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 da. You might watch porn, and I think it's important to watch different types of porn, like how we mentioned, like Han TV said he believed that's how 50% of people learn how to have sex. Yeah,
I
because we
agree.
always fucking watched it as kids. But
Yep.
when you really learn the art of it, because I think some people, we do talk about sex as oh, this thing. But I think there is an art to having sex. I think sex is beautiful. If it was good, um, like I said, it's healthy. You burn a lot of calories. One of the best exercises out there.
True.
So, but even with that being said, I think even down to positions, um, how to find different spots, explore. I think the best part of it, which I think people don't take advantage of, is exploring.
Right.
Sometimes you forget to explore your partner or explore yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Even though, yeah, you usually do sex with another person, you can also do some things with yourself, like we was talking about before. Men do it, women do it. We just have a little bit more parts to us that kind of
Yeah.
works. But I do think if you watch porn, you can pick up pointers, you can try new things. But if you watch the same thing that you used to doing, you're going to have the same type of sex, as opposed to watching something different. And that may be the bondage. All bondage is not bad.
You know,
And
I
I
think,
think that's what people get, like it's not all abuse.
yeah.
Granted, as Rich was saying earlier, some people do like the abuse and disrespect
Mm-hmm.
that's given doing certain things. But I also think it's not just about being verbally aggressive.
Right.
I think it's a tone. I think it's a sensation. I think it's knowing when to do it. You just can't come in and be like, do this. You be like,
Yeah.
oh, okay. No, but if that chemistry is there and is there, and I think that's also a part of the exploration and knowing who you're with and knowing what gets them off or knowing what's turning them on. You also want to get it to, okay, let me see if I'm gonna heighten this experience. I want to see if I can take them to another level. I want to see if I can open up another thing of Pandora's box, so to
You
speak.
know, I think I think the very ones who have something to say negative about it are the same ones who watch it. I think with it, of course, watch it, um, and be real discreet. Have some discretion because some people watch it and become violent towards people, out on the street or whatever. But I think, like I said, a lot of people that watch it are some of the same ones who say, "Oh, you shouldn't watch it." Because the way I feel about it, if it was illegal, they would shut down the porn industry, and you wouldn't see them all over the internet. And you know what I mean? Like, of course, of course, if it's dealing with children, you got to shut that down. You can't mess with that. But
right.
Myself, I don't see any problem with it. It's in your home, it's your business, and if your partner's down with it, that's that. Because a lot of us as kids, we watched it, and I don't want to hear someone say, "Oh, no, what? Yes, you did." Was a kid, you did peep in there, in your uncle's stash, or your aunt's stash, or your father's stash, and like,
cheerleaders running 138.
Yeah, you did it. Yeah, you did it. The magazines, Playboy, Penthouse, and all them other. We all did it as kids. We all did it. And but when you get older, you look at it for more than just a porn movie. You're looking at it like, okay, I wonder if she'll try this or he'll try this, and you take it back to the bedroom, and you be like, okay, because like I said, not one of them, quite a few of them, I would say. But one of them used to like to watch it while we were in bed. I didn't have an issue with it at all because it really turned her on. It was like, I was like, well, shoot, we need to get a big screen TV, just like this. And I've had quite a few who watched it and they said, hey, I want to try this. Okay. So, I mean, as long as it's in your home, you're not being violent with any. I mean, you're just not disrespecting anyone. And I mean, there's a lot more worse things to be doing than watching that at home, and you and your partner learning some things and make your relationship better. I don't see a problem with it. I really don't.
I think part of that, it probably was some people get off on watching.
Yeah.
And that might have been, that's what it sounded like with that part. It's just watching somebody else, it heightens them. And that's why I said it's also like a thing like I don't know if you watched like All the Queen's Men on BT. It was a couple, I ain't gonna get into the whole thing, but the husband, I mean, he was a little freaky, but he used to like to watch other men have sex with his wife. You do have people into that. Like I said last week, I used to work in like a novelty type setting. And a bunch of us people have different fetishes. People have fetish. Weird, like we would consider it weird, but that was like the norm to them, whether it was feet, whether it was knees, elbows. You just didn't know. And then you would have couples who would come in because you had the strip clubs and everything right there. So they would get like dancers, they would ask like some of us, like, they want to pay you so that they can watch you do certain stuff. I never did it. I'm not into that kind of stuff. But I'm just saying, what watched?
No, someone paid me to so they could watch.
Now, if you want to pay me to watch, that's fine. But I don't.
No, someone paid to watch me.
Oh, well, you want to explain that?
Yeah, no problem. And my ex, she's on my Facebook, and I hope maybe she'll chime in. She did it. She's like, hey, this guy want to watch us, and at first I was like, I don't know, but he paid us $200 a piece just to watch. Like, it was quite a few times, and I was like, I just didn't think about it. He sat there in the chair and watched, and he shot us both money. And she was like, and even now she'll hit me up. I like, not now, I'm good. But yeah, it wasn't no biggie. I mean, for the first time I was nervous, of course, because this dude sitting there watching. I'm like, this dude might try to join in. But when she told me, she said, nah, this is how he is. He just like to watch. And he was married.
On it. Like,
he's married. And like, he's just,
I never
turn him on.
I never forget. It was a guy. I don't know if any of my old coworkers watching right now, but he had a thing for feet. And like summertime, we would always like when he would come in, we would try to hide our toes because you wear like sandals and stuff. He would literally come in and he would pay us just to look at our feet. But he would have a trunk full of shoes too. He might be like, what size you wear? Like it was all different sizes. I'm like, I ain't getting gangrene in my toes for you, no. But he would, and I mean, he would pay like $150, $300 just to look at your feet, and then go in the booth and get his thing off. So it's like it's just crazy, because like you said, some people be so against porn. I think some people are afraid of their sexual nature, or to find out that something turns them on that may be considered abnormal.
But see, that's an American thing, because I lived overseas and they see it a totally different way. It's like natural. Like if you go into some of the spas in the steam room, they're co-ed, male and females in there. It's like butt ass naked, but everyone's just in there just catching the steam. To where here everything is so you gotta watch it. I mean, it's just our society here, and I always tell people, even my mother, God bless her soul, and my brother and sister, they say I'm totally different than everyone else. I don't live by the standard we set here. I'm trying to make myself happy. And if I'm happy doing this, that, if I'm not hurting anyone, I don't see a problem with it. Yeah, but
first of all, let me correct Hand TV. Don't you use no damn Spanish fly.
I ain't heard that word in a while.
I remember that. That's like the super tweet and everything. No, we're not doing none of that.
That's old school right there.
It didn't work. I didn't think it worked. I ain't gonna lie, because we used to get it. We was like, I wanted to see if it was going. It didn't do nothing.
I don't think it works.
It didn't do anything.
It did work. We tried it on this one when I was young. We had got some. I think we were about 15. And this girl we liked, and we threw it on her. That shit didn't work. She took that shit like it was not.
I wanted to read something real quick. So I wanted to see like what's considered like a healthy sexual relationship or sexual lifestyle, right? So when I Googled it, I put like how much sex should a couple have? It said once a week is a common baseline. The statistics depends slightly on age. 40 to 50-year-olds tend to fall around that baseline, while 20 to 30-year-olds tend to average like twice a week. But if you 40 to 50, once a week. I disagree.
I do too.
Because what is considered too much? Or how, if you could just throw out a number, or what do you think is excessive or considered, I guess, like Hand TV said, normal? I don't think that's normal, because most people, if you are with somebody, especially if you live with somebody, it's going to be multiple times, or usually especially if it's,
someone's bringing something to the table.
We're 30 times a week. So that's what?
Man, that's a lot. That's like 4 times a day.
Yep.
I think with a person, if you got the right person who they handle their business, sometimes you just want to have sex with the person because they're that good. Because when you lay down with them, you're gonna be like, damn. It's not even, you be at work thinking about the person. Like I said, my daughter's mother, and I hate to brag on her so much, but she was the type, I'd be at work like, and we work together.
She turned you
like, yeah.
That's why
I ain't gonna lie. Yeah. She come in there, and like I was a manager, and she's a supervisor, and she came in the office. I'm like, yo, hold up, and I would grab her like, yo, she said, not here. I go, I know that, but I can't touch her. She said, wait till we get home, And see, she had that drive to where it was 3 to 4 times a week. That was on the minimum. But I didn't mind because she handled her business.
But I think that's good.
I think so too.
I think 3 to 5, or if you can do every day, that's even better.
Every other day or whatever.
I mean, I think every day is cool too. I think it depends.
I got a question towards what we're talking in that same space of what we're talking about is who is more inclined to do it more throughout the week, want it more and initiated more during out the week. In my personal opinion, I think it's women.
I agree.
If we was gonna be like who can do it more throughout the week, I think it's definitely women.
Oh, women, yeah. Oh, yeah.
I agree.
Yeah,
Men,
no question.
as men, sometimes we over exaggerate how many times we can go, or how we throw them. We talk a good game, but
Yeah,
women can.
yeah.
Women are
Our mind says one thing, but
yeah.
I think women are more inclined to just keep going because it's kind of like when y'all get y'all one out, y'all gotta regroup but I think with women we like.
But let me say this: we gotta regroup, but we don't want to regroup. We want to keep going.
Right, but our semen is powerful though. That's another thing we can't. It's like we can't release it all the time. I think that's another thing that y'all need to talk about is semen and like
We talk about it.
I'm just saying,
I mean,
like
it's like energy. Once it's gone, it's like we gotta regenerate, man. And it's not like we don't want to.
You shouldn't be like busting unless you're trying to like produce a seed. Like actually.
Right.
Ain't nobody doing that at our age.
Right, but I'm just saying in general, it's a purpose for your seed. Yeah, the males. Yeah, we're under attack. They're trying to attack us through the chemicals in the food. Yep. You feel me? But yeah, that's real. Food conscious to y'all.
Let's just want to talk about this stuff, the foods that help you with semen.
You know what? I think that accident got Rich on something else, man. He a totally different.
Speaking of semen, Rich did make a. No, I'm not going to say that.
He used to be real quiet and just be like, well,
Nah, but it depends on the topic.
After that,
we talked about an interesting topic. I gotta chime in. I gotta speak for the fellas behalf. I gotta be the reason.
So before I say what I was going to say, let me ask y'all this: as men, do y'all think? Because they say you are what you eat, and women go through the whole. I need women to know. But I want women to know pineapples is not the only thing. Your whole overall diet. You can't just eat greasy foods and all of this stuff every day and then be like, oh, I'm going to eat some pineapples 15 minutes before. And then now, no, boo-boo. You still tart or got a little, no.
Pineapples do that?
I mean, I think it's fruit overall, but people don't understand pineapples are also acidic.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? So it's going to give that that acidic taste. So even like with guys, you can use it. Never mind. Can we?
No, and no, you're right. You're onto something here.
Because I'm thinking
if a guy goes down on the woman and she's eating that overly processed food, it's coming out in her pores. And it's coming out it's secreting all throughout her body. So when she does get wet, and he might be down there, and he might taste some stuff he don't want to taste because of that poor diet. And vice versa goes for men. Is when we we have sex and then we I don't want to say it. I don't want to say it if y'all. I'm gonna say it.
Yeah.
I mean, and we come in the girl mouth. Flatline.
Right. And then most guys say like it's going to taste. No, it don't all taste. The same way how they say how women taste and you may say some taste different than others. It's because of her diet.
Yeah. We need to have a topic on that right there.
And more healthier, she tastes a little different. She might taste a little better. It might be
a topic on that.
And people be like, "Oh, sweet, okay." It may have a hint of it, depending on her diet. But the cleaner you eat and the healthier you eat and more fruits and raw vegetables that you put in your body, the better you are and the better that
watch down there, girl.
That too. Speaking of,
we need to have a discussion on that.
Speaking of,
that's a whole other
technically, I need men to understand this as well. Women are not supposed to put a bunch of stuff down there. That's also another thing that can go into, especially everybody, because we're talking about fellatio and all of these different things. You want people to go down there. You got to understand how to take care of yourself. And I need men to understand y'all got to take care of that too. It ain't just women.
Mm-hmm.
You can't just go to the gym and play basketball and be outside working on the car and be at work and then come home and be like, as Rich say, can you suck me up? No.
There's levels. Some girls like that. It's nasty as hell. Like, it's nasty as hell. I never like that. I don't even like to be around a woman if I don't smell right. So
same here.
That's how I am. Like, if I'm coming from the gym, but some women, like I said, as soon as you come from the gym, I don't care about nothing. Rip your clothes off, start, doing what they do. They don't care.
Musty too.
She just like it, huh?
No, that's big. But even still, like, if you ever notice, a lot of guys, if they see like women eat like certain things and they notice she eats a certain way, they're more inclined to want to go there because they know, okay, she probably tastes right. I think it's the same way with men. If I see a guy and I see eat, I'm more inclined to do. You ain't got to X. I already know this gonna be some healthy stuff. You get what I mean? But if you just eating bad and eating burgers and all of that stuff,
yeah.
But I mean, what about the exception? The girls that eat any and everything, and then they just got amazing vaginal area, amazing, immaculate. You can't. It's like
I think it's vaginal health is important. Like you have, I do like probiotics. I do recommend those because they do probiotics for women. Even with that also helps you keep good vaginal health. Even with that, if you eat bad, I know some people that eat bad but drink hella water. There may be certain things that they don't eat, but they also you can still have a balance. You can eat what you want, but you can still eat fruits. Like, I ain't gonna say I eat perfect. I don't, but I do love fruit. I love fruit. I love vegetables, all of those things. But we also got to pay attention to what we put in our body. Lamont said he eat female salads.
What? You gotta explain that, brother.
I got it. Yo, we need to have a show on this right here for real about health.
It's serious.
Yeah,
health, but also cleansing. Eating less. Not eating as much. Going without eating. Water fast. Fruit fast. Because you don't know how much mucus, and they say mucus is the root of all disease. So
you gotta flush that.
You gotta cleanse. One has you don't know how bad your body is after all these years of eating terrible food. Your body is clogged up.
I just want to say one thing. I forgot one thing before as women go, and I need men to understand this because we be like, oh, she need to do. No, she does not. Because honestly, that's going to throw it all off, and you're going to get some bad stuff. Technically, women are not supposed to use anything perfume, scented, or anything down there. Technically, you're only supposed to use water. If you got to use a whole bunch of stuff down there to be right, you need to visit your local GYN and get checked out, because a lot of times you technically not supposed to do all of that stuff, throw off your pH balance. That's why I said I do recommend, but I'm not gonna say recommend because I'm not a GYN, but I do like probiotics. I do like cranberry pills, healthy juice, organic juices and things like that. And like I said, fresh fruits, veggies, all of that stuff is good. But probiotics can help you maintain all of that, especially if you don't have the best diet in the world. Yeah. And also make sure and how to clean. If you don't know, your GYN can tell you exactly how to clean. No GYN is going to tell you need to douche, you need to do this. And also maintaining your area.
Right.
How you maintain, how you upkeep, how you do all of those things is extremely important. But just putting all of them vaginal, like different things, that will throw you out, break you out, give you yeast infections, BV, and all that other stuff. So look up probiotics for women.
I know when I was in the military, they told us on occasion, go commando. You know what commando is, right? Okay.
Yeah.
They used to tell you go commando. So we used to go commando 3 times a week at least, especially when we was in the desert. You need to go commando today, man.
Can I ask y'all a question? Since we are here, and don't you go nowhere, hand TV.
I'm right here. This hand radio right
All
now.
right. We got the healthy stuff out the way. So even down to when we talk about porn, role play, do you think that can help a relationship, or what type of role play is out the question in y'all opinion?
I ain't being no prostitute. I ain't being nothing feminine.
Yeah, me.
You ain't put no dress on me. And be like, bitch, I need you to roll over.
Let me explain something to you. You do have male prostitutes.
I know, but I'm not being you're not putting no dress and a wig on me.
No, you don't have to wear dress and a wig.
I'm not gonna be no Megan Thee Stallion.
I'm talking about straight men.
You ain't gonna make me Megan Thee Stallion, though.
I mean, that's different. That's porn star.
The other stuff I do, but I'm just no Megan Thee Stallion.
But for role play, I think it's nothing that should be off limits. Like if I'm doing some, like Boscoe was saying, if I'm doing some that's going to affect my manhood, just we ain't gonna do that. We're not gonna go left.
Yeah.
We ain't gonna go
what
left.
Is affecting? Okay, what is affecting your manhood? Because I'm
just talking about like what he was saying, like doing some dick.
So give me something that's acceptable. Role play.
I mean, I'll let you tie me up. You can tie me up, play cops and robbers and shit like that.
That's basic. That's
prisoner,
basic.
making a prisoner, or
I played boss, and she lost her job. She had to get her job back. I fired her.
You do know there is there's porn that's like that. No, it's called.
I'm glad you want this job.
No, I'm laughing about Head TV when he just. I'm just imagining how she had to convince the boss to get her job back.
Right.
He just fired her.
Listen, y'all watch Pornhub, right?
I won't confirm or deny that.
Yeah, Pornhub.
We grown. I'm telling you, it's a lane. No, it's a lane for that. It's called like office porn, whereas though you might have guys or females and they might be in trouble in like a meeting or something, or getting in trouble and they got to get their way out. It's right. Everything.
I'm pleading the fifth on that one. Yeah. I'm not gonna confirm or deny that.
You're funny.
Well, I spanked it. I spanked it all.
So what are the porn sites out there, Coco? What's all the other? I was asking you. You said Pornhub. What's another one?
No, I mean, you got. I don't know. It depends on what you into. I just hit the search bar times, and then sometimes without.
You don't open this book of worms. What's in your search history, girl?
Yeah, I want to see.
a little bit of that.
Let's see what that is.
Hey, have you ever caught somebody have you ever used somebody's phone and they was looking at porn? Like it was did they try to hide it?
No, I used somebody's phone and I was searching some shit.
Right.
Look, I did a copy. No, I did a copy and sent to myself because I wanted to see. Because I'm always like, okay, that looked kind of interesting. My thing, I'll look at everything once. I think I've watched everything, and only because I'm like, I be wanting to see how certain stuff be done. I'm like, that's
ain't no shame. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. Same.
Hey, man, we watched porn before. We all watch porn.
I know one time this is maybe 5 years ago. I just happened to look through one of the sites, and one chick that I knew here locally was on there.
Right.
Can I ask a question?
I was like, oh shit.
Hey, I gotta ask another question after you, Coco, because it's a that I'm thinking about right now.
Lamar says she can crawl for me like a pet, but that's about it. What does that do?
Yo.
Actually.
What is he on? Lamar's a special guy. That's my dude, though. He's a special guy, man. Lamar, that's my dude, man.
But I'm curious, because I'm gonna tell you why I asked, right? Because what was I don't know if y'all watch P Valley. the guy
Yeah,
on
I know
P-Valley,
P-Valley. Yeah,
the guy on the guy on P-Valley, she was like, "What you want me to do next?" And he was like, crawl to me. And that made me think of, and I'm like, what does that do? Because in my
P-Valley
mind,
something
I was
else,
like,
boy.
because I was looking like she really did it.
I heard
And then
P-Valley
you
is
see
something
videos of
else.
people walking people around on a leash. I'm like, is that like
Yeah.
a power trip or
women like
control
that.
type?
It's some women that like that stuff, like
Yeah.
the neck. Like I know a woman that like if you touch her on her neck, like she instantly get turned on and then she ready to go. Cause she
Okay,
always
that's
like she always
That's
used
good
to
to
like
know.
having like a collar on her neck and getting like in the sexual arena. That's what she did. She like they get the collar on her neck. Like she like that type of stuff. And I was like, wow. Like
Yeah. I mean, you know, I say,
Look,
go through the
I got my
conversation.
watch telling me take a minute. Wind down.
oh
It goes
shit.
with the conversation. You know, if y'all, I mean, you know, who knows what's I mean, the conversation, man. I mean,
So all right, I got a
Yes.
question. Bosco,
yo,
would you watch your girl get pounded by another dude?
nah.
Nah.
I watch her, but after he pounded, we're done.
Like nah. It's funny
No.
because it's a viral clip going around with Kevin Hart, and he talking to a ex-football player, and the football player, he said him and his wife they swing, and he was like, and Kevin Hart was like, what? Like why you telling us this? And he was like, you know what happened? Kevin Hart told a story about his homeboy. He was like, my homeboy went to a swinger party because he seen a girl he wanted to have sex with, but he had to make sure it was okay with his woman. So she was like, oh, it's okay for you to go mess with her if I mess with somebody in his house. So he said he sent his girl over there. And he said the dude blew his girl back out to the point where as though she didn't even go home to him no more. It was bad. I was like, damn. I was like, that's why I was saying, like, with all this porn and all this different stuff, you gotta know what you're doing, what you can and cannot do. You can't hit your girl.
That's a level of trust too when it comes to swinging. I mean, me personally, swinging is not for me because, like I said, I'd be damned. One, I know I for a fact I don't want to see it. But then my thing is, it's still a level of trust. But I don't want to look over and then, like I said, if you doing a little bit, a whole lot, I'm gonna be looking like, well, what the fuck? You get what I'm saying? But then at the end of the day, it's kind of like, what if I do get something and then it's like, how that ride home gonna look?
That's why you can't play around when you having sex with a woman. You gotta let her know. You gotta put it on her. So like when you I'm gonna just keep it real. When you hit a woman first time, you gotta put it on her. Like you gotta put it on her to the point where though she knows she gonna go back tell her girlfriends. You already know what she gonna do, but that story that she gonna tell her girlfriend is gonna be a story to tell.
Can I say one thing about that?
For sure.
If it's that good and you trying to keep it, you ain't about to go tell your bitch. No, we not doing all that. It's like, I'm sorry.
When I'm done, they're gonna go back and tell them.
I don't think you could. That's something you want to keep to yourself under wraps or whatever.
They don't need want to come over.
No.
All right, I got one last thing I want to ask y'all guys. What is the freakiest thing? All right, what is the freakiest thing that y'all think about, like as far as like a standard for a person? Like say like they gotta do this. Like this is in order for me to know that you on my level sexually, you gotta do this to me or reciprocate this for me.
I could tell you what's no.
Go in, y'all. We talking about sex.
Well,
it's like this. I think for me, I think it's levels. Okay. Like for me, I like talking, I like grabbing, and it's a certain level of aggression, right? If you have that, but I think everybody don't master it all mixed in together. You might have one that might got the talking down pat. You might got one that got this, but it's not too often that you can find one that got everything wrapped up in a one. And then you have some who you be like, I just needed a little bit more. And everybody is not as kinky and freaky or into certain things that people say that they are, and you be like, can you do this? And you had some guys that be like, I'm not doing all that, like how you were saying, like how if the girl like to have something on her neck, some women, not saying choke like pass out, some women do like to pass out, but some women just like to be grabbed up, tossed around a little bit. That's fine, that's cool. But at the end of the day, I think you gotta know exactly what's going on or what to do. You gotta know the right amount of shit to talk. You gotta know exactly what to say in what moment. So it's kind of like sometimes we might, that's the act right. Every time, every situation don't call for the same type of involvement. Like some days I might want to be, I might need you to be gentle, and then some days I might need you to manhandle me. So I think it depends on the day.
Are you instructing the things that you want to the?
If I want to.
Okay.
But sometimes you don't want. Sometimes you just want it to happen, but I think that goes back into knowing your partner. And then, like Bosco mentioned earlier, and with conversations, I think sometimes we can have conversations like, "Hey, babe, I want to do this," and I think also if I say, "Watch this real quick," and this is what I want to do, because I don't have no problem with sending you what I want to do. Now, if you watch it or don't, I'm gonna know if you watched it or not. Because if you watch it, you're gonna do it to me. But the next time, time I see you. But if you don't, I'm like, yeah, you don't listen. You're not ready. And then sometimes some guys like, I'm not doing that freaky shit, and you be like, yeah, this ain't gonna last long.
I'll try anything once.
Well, I'll definitely say that I've never met a woman that didn't like getting her hair pulled, and her throat grabbed. I'll just say that.
I'll say, damn, I don't want to say it.
It's like a level of like, especially I think with women that's always in control of a lot of things in their life. The dominance of a guy in certain situations, when it comes to that, it's like, okay, I'm not in control, and you're allowing somebody to control you, because a lot of times we are in control so much. If I gotta instruct you, I'm still in control.
Right.
At some point, I don't want to be in control. Take the lead and do what you do, boo.
I want to Bosco, say what you was about to say, brother.
Damn, man, it's hard, man.
Nah, man.
All right, I'll say it. The way somebody, damn, man, I don't want to say it.
Say it with your chest.
Right.
All right. And I know she gonna hear this shit. He talking about me. I had this one chick.
I ain't never seen you have a loss for words. What?
Buddy.
And
she told me, she's like, what can I do to show you that you're the only one for me?
Oh shit.
And I was like, I said some random shit. And she did it.
She said some what?
I said some random shit. I was like, all right, let me hit it from the back, but I want to be laying on my back when you do it.
Oh, and she did it.
She did it.
Damn. You know what's crazy? I'm gonna say this.
Like, oh, shit.
But I think, can we not normalize basic stuff as freaky?
I'm gonna say.
I mean, but that's something. When I said it, I was like, well, let me do this. I just said it random.
Some people be thinking. I'm sorry, Rich, but some people really think, and this just be getting on my nerves. People like, yeah, I'm this, I do that, and then they be gassing you all up, and then they be like, oh, this was some regular. No. Like, I don't get it, and it be kind of okay. So, like, for instance, like I said, it's levels to bondage. Certain bondage is like.
I'm laughing at Lamont.
You said levels to bondage. Go ahead.
Don't say that.
No, there is. So you got your first level. Your introductory, levels. That's when you get like the feathers, like the handcuffs, and all of that stuff is like the basic stuff. Mm-hmm. And then you get into like gag balls, all kinds of stuff, and then it gets into like the dominatrix, and I think that's the part that people get scared when you like to be physically like tortured in a way. I'm not with that.
Right
now, first level stuff, yeah.
Oh, I like when somebody like a female say they want me to just take charge, like because I know my ex, she used to like smack me up just to get me to just be rough with her.
Oh nah, we ain't doing.
And I was like, hold on, you better stop. She said, what you gonna do about it? Because she was like 5'2", maybe 120, and I'm 6'1", 270. She said, what you gonna do? What you gonna say? You better chill. And she basically wanted me just to throw her on the bed and just be like, bitch, I done told you. And I was like, you keep it up. She said, well, do something. And when she punched me in my mouth, I was like, okay, I'm gonna teach her ass a lesson.
Now, I'm not with the punching. I'm not with that. I don't want to physically abuse, but like that wrestling and all of that, that's the only thing about foreplay. But I'm gonna tell you one thing. I had one ex. Now you know how you know how you have like levels to like, okay, you grab his neck, you might L him out or whatever, then they flip you up. You know, y'all do because it's like y'all entwine, right?
Yeah.
I never forget. I hate this one ex, and that's why I don't really like muscle bound dudes. I like thick dudes, right? Yeah. So this motherfucker dropped me. Literally, he picked me up and was like, "I said, damn, I was hurt. Like dropped me right on my head on the floor. That was not sexy." He told me, "You wanted to play, not like that." I ain't never go and try to out nobody else out. I was like, I don't even want to play fight no more.
I ain't gonna lie. So my standard of freaky is this. This was how I used to think. So I used to never could trust a girl until she let me come in her mouth.
That too. She did that too. She did that too.
I could trust you.
That's how you know you can trust her.
You couldn't trust her until then?
Nah.
That's when you know you can trust her.
In my head,
but, so let me explain something to you.
That's like ultimate
submission. You can't do that to everybody. No, you can't do that to everybody.
Yes,
no, you can't.
If they want to.
No, you can't. No, you can't. No, you can't.
If they want to.
As I mean, for what I'm trying to tell you, you can't do that. Certain things you can't do to everybody. They may want, but certain people. And then my thing is like I said, it depends on certain things. Like we said, semen, it carries a lot of things. And worse than I'm in the health field. I done seen things in people's mouths, and I'm like, you just can't go around doing that with everybody.
You eat pork chops.
Berries.
I always say if she eats pork chops, she cannot say nothing else what's going on in her mouth. If she eat pork chops, or she eat like a raw, like a rare steak or something like that, I don't want to hear no one saying what's going on. Because if you can eat a rare steak, you can put this steak in your mouth too.
But I also think certain things should be for certain stuff. Like you can't do everything. Yeah, you can't do everything to everybody. I think no.
If she eats a rare steak or medium rare steak, I don't want to hear her nothing. I don't want to hear nothing coming out of her mouth. Everything should be coming in. I really don't think should be coming out of her mouth. Everything should be coming in.
Hey man. Hey.
I'm just saying.
I'm just saying you can't put everybody in your mouth. You get what I'm saying? You just can't do that. It's certain things that got to be off the board, and I think certain things should be left for certain people. Hey. If you just going around just doing all that, it's you might.
Where she at?
Looking for $40.
Where she at? I ain't buying no Perkins.
You cannot. No. I'm a firm believer in that. Now, you can do some things, but you can't do certain things where everybody can't be in every opening and every crevice. That's not no. That's how,
Yeah.
mm-mm.
I mean, but I watch
if you eat a rare steak.
mine's a clean mine.
I'm gonna say that if you eat a rare steak or medium rare steak, I don't want to hear nothing. Don't tell me
I
nothing.
eat sushi, but I'm not eating everybody.
Sushi different. I'm talking about a rare steak.
Cash money. Yo, Ma, let's do it. I've been hugging the block. That's right. Hustling rocks. I know I've been puffing a lot. Nigga wanna know, baby girl, you was sucking.
I was wondering what part he was trying to find. I was like,
Come on, I eat sushi, but not from. I don't do females. That's the only thing I don't do is women. I don't do women.
no, I don't do
at all.
Either. I don't do that either.
But I eat sushi.
Yeah.
Where'd you that?
Yeah, that's the one.
I don't even eat steak.
Coco.
I don't eat beef or pork. So plenty of fish though.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Oh,
I'm plant-based.
Yeah, every sausage ain't good, and every pickle ain't right. Same way y'all say that. Every some of y'all stuff ain't right.
Like it all comes down to conversation. You talk to the because anyone I've been with, we always. I mean, even with the one night stands, you know, and it's been a year since I had a one. I mean, it's been years since I had a one night stand. But even with them, it's like, yo, so what's up? You know. But I'm glad you clarified. But you got to talk about it, man. You got to talk about it, so you know, so people know what's up. I mean, with me, if someone wants to be dominated, I mean, like her, she didn't want to be smacked up, but she wanted to be like roughed up, you know. And I'm like, okay, I'll rough you up.
Well, women want that. Most women want 90% of
what?
women
Want what?
Like they want the man to take control.
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
But you know what's funny? So many men be like, come on, babe. They want you to do everything. You be like, no.
I'm trying
but
to
then when you start to bring other things out, they be like, wait a minute, hola.
Yeah,
I'm trying to sink the Titanic. Forget that.
I told you.
I'm trying to sink the Titanic.
Huh?
Period. I said I'm trying to sink the Titanic. That's what I'm doing.
Hey, man, you gotta go out like a champ.
That's right. And the band played on.
You gotta go. She can't never come back and say nothing crazy.
When I'm done, I want her when she leave. If it was a one night stand, she can be like, you know what? Maybe I need to go back over it. And to where she's like,
have a one night stand that was some trash.
Yeah.
I feel like I can remember everybody I've been with. Yeah.
It started with bad head.
Oh my God. Yeah. That's the worst, man.
That's what started it. And then you know how somebody thinking they give a good head and they look at you in your eyes and you looking at them like, nah.
Like, bitch, what you
that is so awkward. Let me explain something to you. I don't know why I always want to bust out laughing because it's like the weirdest moment because you know it's like you might peek to be like, okay, is they enjoying this? And it's like as soon as you look up, they be like,
yeah. It's bad when it starts off with bad head. You're like, damn, man, it's gonna be like this,
right?
And they swear they hooking you up, and you like,
right, because they try harder. They doing all kinds of hand motions and slobbing.
Yeah, and you like, man, you ain't doing shit. What's wrong? Am I not doing it right? You want to be like, nah, you ain't doing it right.
What was that site you said? Pornhub.
So how do you? Oh, they do got one. You know, they do have a tutorial.
Oh, for real?
They got one on that. They got one on fingering. They got one on.
Hey, why don't you just post these links for people? The next show, be like, if you want to know how to do this, Kazual Konvo, we got you hooked up.
Right.
They might sponsor the show.
A free week trial.
Yeah, they might sponsor the show. Be like, Kazual Konvo sponsored by Pornhub. That shit'd be dope.
Hey, make some bread in there.
Listen,
I'll put my name on it.
Worldwide.
They be like Pornhub.
Sponsored by A.
But how do y'all tell? How do y'all gesture or say? I mean, if it's bad, would you just let it keep going, or do you like insinuate, babe, it's not right, or do you be like, no hands? Like, I mean, what do you do?
No, if somebody give me some whack ass head, I play it off for a little while, and then I act like I'm really trying to get. I play it off for a while, like I act like I'm enjoying it, and then I'd be like, yo, I'm ready to do this, to make it sound like they really got me pumped up. Cause then I'd be like, well, maybe the punani's good.
Y'all need to.
If that's whack, I'll just try to get it over with.
Let me tell you something. Y'all need to stop that. Be honest. I'm not faking nothing.
See, the head might be whack, but the wrist.
If it's trash, I'm gonna tell you what I'm gonna do. That's enough.
Well, see, the head might be whack, but the rest might be dope.
Right.
See, I want to see now if the rest is whack.
Well,
I'm like,
and let me see what the rest is, because you're not just about to be.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I would do.
But see, this is the thing. I need men to understand also. Everybody don't know how to do that. They be everywhere, but where they supposed to be. Like,
I know that. Oh yeah, we know that.
But y'all keep doing that though, and that be pissing me off. And it's kind of, then you're like, just come on.
That's the worst. When a woman
the booty might be good though.
That would be the worst if a woman sons you in the bedroom, like just like you trying to hit, and then she tap you on the shoulder like, nah, I'm good.
That's embarrassing. That'd be embarrassing.
I've been there before.
I might have to curse out like, bitch, forget you then. I ain't want none anyway.
You know how to cuss out.
No,
I ain't going out no. Hey.
This be the move where they be like, you all right? No, just come on. That's enough.
Right. Yeah, because if you ain't hitting it right, she definitely gonna be mad. She definitely, when women ain't get, the women are always on edge. They always angry. What I notice is that they're the ones that they're not having sex, so they're not having an orgasm. Like they're having sex or not having an orgasm, or they're not having sex. The women that are always on edge, they always angry and have an attitude for no reason. Most of the time is because they're not getting it.
Yep.
If I'm whack, I'm throwing it back on them.
Yep.
Like, everybody knows good because my friends will tell you don't turn me on. No, I'm throwing that shit back at them.
It was so bad. Let me tell you, my friends, and I had the same amount of friends for like the longest. They will tell you when I start slamming stuff, and it's like, what? They be like, oh yeah, she. It's been a minute, girl. Call somebody. That's how they be. And I'm like, they be like, yeah, you need to get tightened up.
That's real.
And then I used to have one of my friends. He used to be like, just hurry up and get you something because you're getting on my fucking nerves. Yeah. Like if you be angry, so then when you see other, and then what I don't understand is how people who be in marriages and relationships, why are you always upset?
Right.
And you gotta live in. You should be happy.
You should talk about that too. The marriages and the sex going back. Like a lot of these women that are married, that have been married for all these years, they want to get their groove back. They want to get their back blown out on the low. Mm-hmm. They ain't gonna tell their man, but they really be wanting.
They need to plan a scavenger hunt.
Scavenger hunt?
Yes. You ain't never do a scavenger hunt before?
Well, I'm just saying, like, think about this. You done had sex.
No, I'm asking, have you ever? I'm gonna tell you this how you do it.
Scavenger hunt.
A scavenger hunt. Yes, you keep it interesting. So what you do, it's almost like a game. You play with your partner. So your partner come home, you do clues. At the end, they got to do the clues. Each clue could be something sensual, something to be used, something to eat. And then at the end of the scavenger hunt is you.
Yeah.
Scavenger hunt.
That could be cool. That could be cool. But I'm talking about you done did all of that. You didn't have sex with the same person for 20 years. Same coochie. Same, you know what I'm saying? 20 years.
That's what, something. That's
every other day. Every other day, you done had the same routine. I mean, all right, you made a point. If you spice it up a little bit, it could last. But I don't know, man. It just
30 years.
I think, but both people have to be willing to think outside the box. I think that's the thing, because when you have one person that's like, okay, I want to try new things, and then your partner like, I'm not doing it. that's you back to the basics. You get what I'm saying? So I think it's important to be with somebody that's just as outgoing or who can think outside the box, like you do, in order for it to work. Because I'm gonna tell you, like I have two of my family, they older, I don't know what, but they are so flirtatious. And in my mind, like, but at the same time, I'm like, that's how they kept it going. They literally will be like sitting across the room and acting like they don't know each other. And I'm like, y'all my family.
That's black
and they
love,
like,
right?
you get what I'm saying? So, but it's still kind of like, I think you gotta be with somebody that's gonna always keep that spark. And I think it's still, you gotta still act like y'all dating, or even maybe go out, act like y'all don't know each other and try to pick each other up and have something. You get what I mean? Like you gotta do something.
So you're saying you should be, if you're with a person for a long term, you gotta be sexually compatible as well. So the sex is important, knowing what level you and your partner are on. Because you could be like a guy, because a lot of guys be lying about how many bodies they got too. They be talking about they hit this, hit that, they ain't hit nothing. And then they get with a girl that's been out here running the streets all her life. You ain't gonna be able to handle that.
Right.
Cause she gonna be looking for you to come through. Cause you done said you done hit this, hit that. Now you can't even meet her needs. Look at
wants to be lying.
What's his name? Rob Kardashian and Black China.
Oh yeah.
Yo,
that like, right there.
I think a comedian was like, he was like, man, we knew all the way from New York she was gonna get you.
Yeah.
Yep. Absolutely.
Yeah. She was gonna, situation, man.
She was gonna put that thing on you and take all your money.
That situation, man.
Like, you can look at situations and look at it like, man, this dude don't know what he getting into, or this girl don't know what she getting into.
But I think it's also being spontaneous, and not scheduled, or sometimes spontaneity keeps it interesting. Some people are just not spontaneous, or some people are really like, okay, we're gonna go in this room and then that's it, and not do anything else. So it's kind of like you got to do things to keep it interesting, and like there's also knowing your partner, what they may like, and then sometimes you might not need to talk about it. Just be like, let me just do it, because they're gonna go along with it.
Yeah.
And then sometimes by the time they try to sign out, too late, already got you.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Communication. Yeah, talk about it.
Talk it out.
Yo, we need to do a show on health though, for real.
Yeah.
Put all this together.
Yeah. Because it all leads back to that, what you eat, what you put inside your body.
You are what you eat.
Exercise.
Tour coming soon, September 3rd.
Yeah. Thanks for the plug. But exercise and fitness is just fitness and diet is it goes hand in hand.
Yeah.
You can't have one without the other. There's a lot of people out there that get it misconstrued. They think, oh, I'm about to hit the gym and get in shape, get that nice butt. The woman be like, I'm gonna get that nice butt, them nice legs, but then they still eating Chick-fil-A every day, McDonald's every morning.
Chick-fil-A got some good salads though.
Huh?
Chick-fil-A got some good salads though.
They do got some good salads.
That's the only thing I get from Chick-fil-A.
I used to eat everything. The breakfast, the chicken biscuit, the spicy chicken sandwich.
Oh, I used to kill that.
I only get salads. That's the only thing I get from them is that and then
Yeah.
Yep.
I used to destroy that, man.
That's the only thing. If I get Chick-fil-A, I'm always getting a Southwest salad.
Yeah, I get that spicy chicken.
Yeah.
Yep.
Get the muffled fries, bang.
Yeah.
Okay, that's cute. This is cute.
For sure.
Oh yeah.
So I'm not even going to do it this week because I always do it and then I ruin it for Big Boscoe.
Oh, you want to close the show?
Yes.
All right, word. Anyway, check it out, y'all. Kazual Konvo. We signing off for right now for Wednesday. Wu-Tang Wednesday. That's how we do. Hey, we looking for sponsors also, sponsor for the show. Yo, tune into us next week, 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Kazual Konvo with my host Coco in the building, Ham Radio Rich up in the house, and me, Boscoe from the Bronx. We signing out for the 2022. We out, y'all. Peace.
Thank you for watching and listening.